Here we go, Game 3 for all the marbles. World Championships on the line. Masters Division. Ross Cawthon against David Cohen. And they're shuffling up.
Wow, I mean, what can you say? Just an unexpected deck from Ross. Absolutely rogue, absolutely creative. Just took a combination of probably a lot of Pokemon you've never read before, and here he is in the finals.
Oh, yeah, man. I can feel the excitement right now. I feel like it's the Cinderella story of the Pokemon TCG World Championships. You start here, you barely squeak in top 16.
Mm-hmm.
You beat the number 1 seed, Sammy Seikoon, world's finalist 2 years ago, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And you then you beat Tom Dolezal, a very good player from the United States in the top 4. And here you are in the finals with a deck that nobody expected at first. Now that they expect it, they found ways to beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And here you are in the finals, making it into a Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what happens here, you just have to commend Ross.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure you guys can hear the claps, and at least I hope you guys can, because I sure can. And I'm hearing them over this headset. This is incredible. This is a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't trade it for the world. Next year it's going to be in Hawaii, and I really recommend that anybody who can goes, because this is unmatched experience, guaranteed.
Yeah, World is a one-of-a-kind event, always the best weekend of the year. And, I mean, there's just so many fans out here. Everybody's so passionate about this game, and everybody's excited to see who's going to take home the title of world champion.
Yeah, they gave us a behind-the-scenes look earlier this weekend, because we're doing slight coverage for our fan base, and let me tell you, I can't stress how much effort goes into this. There's a lot of effort that goes into making this World Championships the way it is.
I don't know if you just heard, but time got called. We're going to a sudden death Game 3.
Oh, no.
So what this means is, I guess, kind of fitting, this game might come down to a coin flip.
What's the correct strategy for winning a Pokemon TCG game currently?
Well, right now, you want to go first. You don't even need to flip heads when you only got one prize. You just need to go first.
You throw that out the window.
Uh-huh.
Now it's just, hey, look, go first. Good luck.
Yeah.
Go first. Have a decent hand.
I mean, the player who goes first here is going to have a severe advantage.
Oh, man. I feel really bad for David if they're going to make him flip, because he scooped. He just did not scoop in time. If he would have had 30 more seconds, 45 more seconds.
But, hey, that's just – you got to be aware of the time.
Exactly.
You have to know what's going on.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a critical mistake. And once again, whether he was trying to be honorable or if he just was not aware, or if he was just, overcome by the emotions that you get. He's on stage in front of 1,000 or so players at least. And nerves have to be all over you. You have to keep getting those chills,
The bright lights on you. You're on stage in front of everybody. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But be it as it may, he still has a chance to go first. And for all we know, maybe he did scoop in time. Maybe he did get to declare. I'm not sure. I really don't know what the ruling is here.
Yeah.
And they haven't made him flip yet. So
now, I haven't heard too much about David. I haven't heard his name before today. So there is a possibility that he just hasn't had much experience in this kind of situation. Maybe.
Well, he's a world competitor, man. He's a world competitor.
This is true.
He is ready. He's prepared. He's just.
But maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience in a best 2 out of 3 situation, or just being on a big stage when all the money's on the line. So maybe nerves are just getting to him. That's always a possibility.
Well, David was tapping the field, and he was. There he is. He's examining his bench and his active one more time before it actually gets done. He's tapping the field, so maybe he's aware that he's going to have to flip a coin now, because otherwise it's very obvious what you're going to be starting with.
Yeah, now I can see David is struggling with who to start with. He has a Reshiram, a Tepig, and a Magnemite.
Oh, man, look at him. He's shaking. He's doing he's flip-flopping it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was. At one point, I was like, okay, that's a Reshiram. That's
it's like one of those games where you got the ball under the cup and you're switching it out. You don't know what's flipping over.
And it's a Magnemite.
Wow.
That's cool. That's all right. I can see that.
And I could not imagine a better starter from Ross, a Phanpy and a Zekrom.
Geez. Well, now, obviously, he's going to do the magnetic switch onto the Reshiram.
Yeah.
I believe. Okay, great. Well, you got to see David go first, so at least the wrongs have been righted.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no coin flip, I don't believe.
Yeah, there was.
There was a coin flip.
Yeah.
Oh, I just missed that.
David went first, and wow, he getting a Cleffa.
No! Oh no!
No, with the Phanpy, from what I've seen from Ross's deck, there's no way he can knock out a Cleffa on the first turn.
Well, obviously not. But now he might be tempted by that baby rule that I told you about, where he's like, hey, 50% chance I stay alive, let's do it, instead of seeing the obvious Reshiram play.
Hey, I mean, there's always also the chance that he could just absolutely explode on the second turn and get an Emboar and just win the game.
Now, if he retreats the Magnemite, then obviously the Magnezone on turn 2 is not going to be an option. I would want to see just a magnetic switch onto a Cleffa.
Even a turn 2 Magnezone wins the game here.
Exactly. I would like to see that. There's no chance of your opponent flailing you to death. I don't care how many rare candies he tries to play. He's not going to cheat.
He does have rainbow energy.
Like I said. Did I say rare candy? I'm sorry. I meant to say rainbow energies. But yeah, I hope he magnetic switches here. I hope he just activates the Cleffa, has a free retreater, and maybe he has a Professor Oak's new theory or something like that.
He passes.
Oh, okay. Or you can do that. Why not?
I don't mind that play too much. I mean, there's always a slight possibility that Ross does play a Tyrogue. And then just double colorless Tyrogue, and you just lost Worlds. How would you feel if that happened?
This is true. That's a great point.
Looks like Ross will play a Sage. We'll have to see what he gets off of this.
Now, do you say advantage David here?
Definitely.
Obviously, he's got the first evolution that he can get into play.
Now,
if he has a rare candy Magnezone and energy in his hand, he's just sitting there going like, all right, well, good game.
Yeah.
There's no way that Ross can do anything about this. Zero chance that Ross can do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would I wouldn't, but a bad person might show his opponent, hey, look, good game.
Yeah.
But
you wouldn't do that, but
yeah, well, obviously I wouldn't. I'm just saying that it's that simple. Like he's going to be sitting there just jumping up and down, waiting for his turn to happen.
Yeah, I think it's actually a very fine line. David has the advantage to win immediately, but if he doesn't have a rare candy and an evolution, Ross
no
can
doubt
just
about that.
get a Donphan, and he's automatically the one in control. So it's going to come down to what David has in his hand.
I don't see this game extending for another, say, 3 or more turns.
No, definitely not.
I think it's going to be over relatively soon, assuming any one of them has any type of a decent hand.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy. It's down to the wire.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't ask for anything more from the World Championships.
You look at the two of them, they're sitting there just struggling to find an answer. I'm sure that they both understand what they have to do. It's not a very difficult board, game state to understand.
Yeah.
It's take a prize. Simple. If I can't take a prize, how do I stop my opponent from taking a prize?
Now, if I'm David and I have a rare candy, Magnezone, and an energy, I'm double checking my math 20 times over before I announce my attack.
Now, the Sage discarded a double colorless. If I'm Ross, I'm probably gonna use the double colorless to retreat my Phanpy to a Zekrom.
I mean, he's probably...
Or do you just gamble and say, okay, well, if you have a rare candy Magnezone, good
Here we go. What's he got? Ross has passed without attaching an energy.
Well, there it is.
Rare candy Magnezone.
No lightning yet, though. Oh, or is that the longest slow roll in the history of Pokemon Worlds?
That would be very
The
mean.
ball is in David's court. We have got a turn 2 Magnezone for the second time in 3 games.
If he gets an energy here, this game is over.
That's
And he'll have a magnetic draw for a lot of cards.
Oh, that's a junk arm, isn't it?
Yeah, he played a junk arm to get a rare candy back.
All right, well,
so here we go.
For 1, 2.
Does he get it?
3. There it is.
We have a new world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your world champion, David Cohen from Washington, United States. Congratulations, David.
Wow.
That was a great game. Very well played. Both
sides played hard. I mean,
both sides did indeed play hard.
And
there's a handshake from the judge as well, the head judge of the Masters Division, shaking their hands and making it official. David, congratulations.
I mean, without a doubt, congratulations to David. Congratulations to Ross, but I got a feel for Ross here. Second place twice at Worlds. That's got to hurt.
Yeah, that's a good kind of hurt, though. When your consolation prize is a nice little free trip to Hawaii and a sweet little hotel room, then why not? I wouldn't mind being second place twice.
Yeah,
I would at the time, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
so it looks
look
like
at that.
for
David
Masters,
Cohen, 2011 TCG World Champion, Masters Division, and there's a picture of him up on the big screen.
Yeah.
It's official.
Yeah. So David Cohen is the Masters World Champion. We also have looks like Gustavo Wada from the juniors. I believe he's from Brazil. He won juniors, and seniors is actually still going.
Oh, yeah. Now, obviously, we're going to try to give you guys a little bit of insight because it is tied 1-1. The seniors, even though you can't see it, The seniors division is tied 1-1. They're also in sudden death, or at least they're in the ultimate final 3 turns.
David is flexing on stage.
David Cohen is indeed flexing on. Look at that. He is running it for the crowd, man.
Yeah.
He is taking advantage of the fact that he is now the world champion.
Hey, man, he's a world champion. He earned it. I don't think the crowd is acknowledging him, actually.
Well, I am. And I think that's kind of cool.
Everybody's enthralled with the seniors, and it looks like we have a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2011 Pokemon Senior Division Trading Card Game Champion from Australia, Christopher Kahn.
Christopher Kahn from Australia.
Congratulations, Christopher. From Australia, absolutely. The TCG Senior World Champion.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, this is amazing. We have got an international field. I believe Gustavo's from Brazil, although we could be incorrect. Now, Christopher is from Australia, and David Cohen is from our United States.
Yeah, wow. Just congratulations to all 3 players. It's a life-changing win. Obviously, you win all the prizes, all the money, and you get those promo cards, also worth a lot of money, and they'll be invited to Worlds next year. So,
and forget about that stuff. I mean, the money comes and goes.
Yeah.
You are now immortal in the eyes of the Pokemon community. You are now going to be the world champion for an entire year.
Yeah,
you're going to join the likes of Tsukiyoshi Yamato. You're going to join the likes of Jason Krasinski, Yuta Komatsuda.
Steve Silvestro, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. These are great players, and man, I am positive that he's got to be excited. Look at and Ross as well. Ross is not taking it bad. He's shaking hands with people.
I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. It's not fun to take second. I'm sure Ross is really disappointed, but at the end of the day, he'll realize how awesome this was to take second again.
Oh, yeah. Like we said, Cinderella story. 16th seed, could not have expected. I mean, he had to win his last round and just pray that his tiebreakers were enough.
Yeah.
Over half of the 5-2 players got cut from the top cut. He still made it, and here he is now. It's runner-up. Runner-up is nothing to sneeze at. Runner-up is an amazing accomplishment, and he should be very proud of that.
Still and a good chunk of change, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cinderella, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I mean, congratulations to both players. I mean, unbelievable accomplishment to make it through to the finals, and I gotta say I'm surprised that both of these decks were being in the finals, but and then we have the deck that everybody thought was the most powerful when the format shifted, Magnabor at the top.
This is true. We haven't acknowledged the fact that Magnabor is indeed the World Championship deck.
Yeah.
If you would have asked me what I thought the World Championship deck was going to be, I would have told you one of the big 2. Typhlosion, which is now the most popular fire deck, or I would have told you that it was going to be Magnezone, which is with Yanmega, which is obviously a very powerful deck. Magnezone is a very strong Pokemon. However, the old school Magnabor deck with the Emboar that everybody thought was just inferior to Typhlosion decides to just I don't know. It was just a great deck choice.
I mean, Typhlosion was more consistent throughout time, but something you overlook is that if Emboar gets a strong setup early game, nothing can stop it. What you saw in games 1 and 3 were just a turn 2 Magnezone, and it turned into a victory, no contest, and that's just what Magnabor does. If it gets that full setup, it just rolls over everything, and looks like David rolled all the way to the World Championship.
Yeah, well, this is I've been Crimz, and with me has been Pooka. Thank you very much for joining us at the Top Cuts TCG World Championship coverage for Pokemon.
Yeah, well, amazing event, and we'll see you next year.
Absolutely. I'll be there. That's for sure. Take care, guys.